Jessica?
I don't know my name. Can we start over?
I'm Jessica.
And I'm Steve.
So we had been through a couple different curriculums. The kiddos have been homeschooled all their life. And when we got to a certain point where we realized we were going to need some extra support, extra guidance as they got into the older grades. And I was also getting busier with my own business. And so we figured it might be a good idea to start looking for an academy that can support us, that would still give us the flexibility of homeschooling. And so in our journey, as I was looking through all these different options that were out there, a lot of them didn't give me the freedom of homeschooling, but did give us the academy idea. And so then when I stumbled onto Enlightium, it was marrying both things. I still had that freedom to do vacations in the middle of winter if we wanted to, but still having that support system, that backbone that we so desperately needed. And so we started as Nathan began his junior year of high school, and it's just been a fantastic journey. I think, I'm kind of taking over, but I feel like...
Go for it, you're doing a great job.
For me, it was seeing their growth.
Yeah.
In not only the responsibility aspects of being able to take control over their education, because up until that point, it was a lot of, they did the work, but I was there supporting them the entire time. And I was, on top of them and nagging at them and making sure they got it done.
Yeah, and I think it's great that when there's not a mom and dad in the picture, they can be able to get the leadership from others and have that guidance for real world practice.
And so with them being homeschooled all their life, that's all they really
Yep.
knew was like mom and dad were the nagging ones. And so then we were able to like offset that and become more mom and dad. And so with them, it was like, okay, we're gonna learn to deal with teachers. And that was hard at first, especially for one of our children. Like, she hated having to email a stranger.
Yep.
And I'm like, they're not a stranger, they're your teachers, and the more you interact with them, the more comfortable you'll get. And so that was a big learning curve. And then on top of it was they obviously had the basic curriculum, your regular math and your regular science and all of that stuff. But then being able, especially the last year, seeing a lot of the Christian aspects being involved in their assignments has been so awesome, because they're able to question and they're able to research and to learn in a way that is not telling them like this is just how it's going to be.
Right.
And come to the conclusion that God wants them to come to, not just because you're just being fed this information.
Yeah, it's great. I think the critical thinking and then being able to see in where God is the mathematician, English, and all of the foundational learning points, it all pointed to a God-centered curriculum. And so everything that they've learned has always pointed back to Him. So it's fantastic.
I would say don't hesitate. It can be, if you've never been a part of an academy, it can be a little daunting at first to jump in, but once you go with like anything new, once you kind of get in and you test the waters a little bit, it becomes easier. And the resources that are available to you, whether it be the counselors, the teachers, they're amazing and they're there to help. And we've just had such a wonderful experience with the school, and are so thankful for each and every one of the adults that they got to interact with and get to know.